So Tanner Gordon, after a kind of a slow start to the season, back-to-back really, really good starts. What have you seen out of him recently that maybe he's changed a little bit since the beginning of the year?
Sure. One, it's warmed up, which always helps. Big guys like that, it's easier to throw when it's 60 and not 24. But they've also continued to work. They made some real mechanical adjustments. You look at his extension, you look at his spin rates, the velo's jumped, he's held the velo better. It's allowed everything to be better. The changeup's better, the breaking ball's better, throwing the breaking ball first strike. The sinker's really starting to play as you get extension down the mound. It's just him getting more comfortable and him making some real mechanical adjustments to allow stuff to play up. He's very good, and he's been good. He just didn't show as well as he went to early.
And you stuck with Richardson after a 4 strikeout performance last night. He turns it around 3 for 4 RBIs. I mean, the freshman continues to perform at a high level. I mean, what have you seen out of him?
Yeah, we actually just talked about Grant in there. And we talked so much about the past doesn't matter, the future doesn't matter. It's just be here right now. And so it wasn't his best day ever yesterday. But he's in there. It was funny. I go to leave last night, and as I'm walking out, the cages are rattling around. And I look in the window, and I'm sure there's several guys, but I see Grant and I see Kalitha in there 10 minutes after that game. And you look at that, and you look in this morning, those guys are in their first inning this morning, you just have trust. You just trust. When guys work and they're invested and they're coachable, you trust them. The ups and downs. I struck out many a times and rebounded, and these guys will too. And so you trust Grant's work. We talked this morning, cleaned a few things up, and he comes out today with the big 2-out hit and opens the floodgates. He's a really good player because he's talented, but he's mostly a really good player because he's coachable and he works his butt off. So we trusted him.
And that's now 82 runs over the 7-game win streak. Do you feel like this lineup of these 9 guys in the lineup is kind of the best lineup you guys have?
I would say, it helps getting a couple of those guys back and a couple of guys going. But the big thing is we're understanding our approaches as a group. We understand our approaches. We understand how to have an at bat so much more. We understand that if we can just use the big part of the field, stay behind the ball, not try to win by hitting solo pumps all day, that we actually can move the offense along and we still hit home runs and extra base hits and allow a pitcher to give us the at bat and many times. So as we've understood how offense is produced, we've been able to run more. We've been able to put guys in motion, have better situations. We've been able to have good RBI situational at bats. So it's just fundamental baseball. Are the players that are in there good? Yes. Is it nice to have Dunham and Kalitha and Richardson going? Absolutely. Injuries are always a difficult thing to handle. But you look at the rest of the guys, you look at Ryan Feynman, you look at Jeremy Houston, you look at Cole Barr's growth. These guys have played every day the whole season, and they've really improved as they've understood how offense is produced. And the biggest thing, and it's cliche, and I say it too much, probably everybody gets sick of hearing me say it, but trust. Do you trust the guy behind you to do his job? Can I take this walk? Can I take this single? Do I trust the guy behind me to not go out of his approach, out of his zone, try to be a hero? If he'll do his job, then I can just do mine. And we really are beginning to trust each other. That it's a program approach. And the thing is, I didn't think we played a complete game. We got sloppy middle. We had some RBI situations where we expanded the zone, where we overswung, and we didn't drive those runs in, and we struck out our last 5 at bats. And so as good as we've been, we've not played 9 complete innings yet on any side of the ball. And so we're still in search of a 9 inning complete game on both sides. But daggone, we're a lot better than when we were. And that's always been our motto, is just go back to work, right? We're not going to panic. We're not going to overreact. We're just going to go back to work every day.
Long season, a lot of games to play, but you got to be very happy how things open up against conference play today. The bats are swinging very well.
Yeah. And you get 2 great starts. And so you're in a situation where your pitching's been terrific and your defense has been terrific. And that allows everyone to settle down. But, opening up to win a series, and we've got to be finishers. You got to finish an at bat. You got to finish a ball game, and now we have to go finish a series. We can't be satisfied taking a series at home. The opportunity to sweep a series anytime in conference, but certainly the opening weekend is a critical challenge that we need to meet. And I'm certain our guys will come out ready to play for that.
I know you can't predict the future, tomorrow's game and whatnot, but today, the way that things are going, what kind of a barometer does this give you as to where your team is as far as playing a conference opponent like Iowa?
It gives you a good feel for where we're at. And what I'm most happy about is those guys can pitch now. Right? They've got a good staff. Their pitching coach left for pro ball at Christmas break. I mean, they know what they're very good, very well prepared. What I get excited about is watching us with 2 strikes and 2 outs. The way we manage at bats, the way we manage our emotions. I get excited about the way that we take care of the ball Get excited about the way that we're pitching fastballs on both sides of the plate with 2 off-speed pitches for strikes consistently. And when you do those things, the outcome is the outcome. You control the process, and the outcome will be itself. Whether we win or we lose, if we can control the process, then we start to see really good things that happen from it. And that's what we've done. The opponent doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's our standard, and it's our game. Play to our game, and I'll be happy. And we've begun to do that. So you see the results as they are.
Braden Scott and Austin Long are 2 guys that haven't pitched a ton this year, but they came in today and they gave you 2 pretty good innings. Well, what did you see from them today?
Well, first of all, let's commend Austin. Austin had surgery, and Austin's coming back in his first time in a scrimmage just past midweek. He's worked his butt off. He's a couple months ahead of schedule, and so let's really commend him. But Braden did a great job against Indiana State, and I'm an open book. I'm an easy book to read. If you do well in practice, you do well in scrimmages, you get to play more. Like I'm not smart enough to be overly complicated. So if you perform and you do the things that we asked to do, then you get to play more. And Braden did that. He came in, he gave us a good change of pace against Indiana State. We misplayed a ball in center, or that's run he gives up and never scores. And so you see Braden throw well, and last week gives you confidence to getting back in there again, and seeing Austin perform midweek this week in a scrimmage and watching the way he's worked feverishly to get back allows you to have more confidence to get him in there. And we're going to need those guys. Every inning's valuable. The way that you finish a game, your confidence level come out. Every inning's valuable. So those aren't innings where it's like, hey, we're up by several, let's get guys in. No, it's opportunity for those guys to get better, to make sure they're prepared for the next time that we're going to need them when it's a 1-run game, just like last week at Indiana State for Braden.